Okay, everybody, welcome back to Joshie.dat. It has been a little while since I recorded, and there's good reason for that. I got sick, and to be completely honest with you, I am still a little sick. I'm about 90% better, I would say. You might be able to hear it in my voice and such, but it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad flu. So nothing serious, thankfully. But here we are with more Joshie content. I am deeply sorry for keeping you waiting on such glorious content. But anyway, we are on level 91, Old Storage Shed. And this level is a Walls of CC1 level. I looked ahead to see what we're playing in these next 10 levels up to level 100. And these are all going to be fairly new content for the most part. There's a couple oldies, not too many though. So let's get going. This old shed has been used as extra storage from the present day vacant playhouse. All chips are under blocks. It's worth mentioning that in a recent video, or not really recent, but like in one of the earlier parts, I was reading a hint and I accidentally said all blocks are under chips, and didn't know I did that. I thought that was kind of funny. So this is like your typical mesthetic level. Honestly, nothing really makes this stand out a lot. This is definitely just like a filler kind of level. But you do have to kind of pay attention to what you step on and what you collect. Obviously, you don't want any red or yellow keys. You don't want a tank button pressed, and I believe you want the fire boots and the toggle button to be open, or toggle wall to be open. It was visible at the start, I just wasn't paying too much attention. The worst part about this level, I think, is obviously the chips under blocks part. You can easily push a block on top of fire, and if you don't have a fire boot and you forget, you can be in pretty deep trouble. But I've always been the kind of designer that kind of expects the player to be observant. I guess this can be a good or bad design habit of mine, depending on your point of view. Because some designers, they make things as forgiving as possible. Especially these days. Well, I shouldn't say that. Huh. For a second there, I thought I screwed myself, but doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, what is that light going up on my hat? I don't know what that is. It's bugging me. Okay. Okay, so far so good. I think most of this left side is narrowed down. There's a big cluster of blocks on this right side. Oh, and you want a blue key. I forgot about that. So you don't want to overuse your blue keys in this. Okay, let's do that. Okay. That takes care of that. Let's see. I promise I'm gonna get into more talkingness here in a bit. This level is just not the best, not the best level to start with, admittedly. Okay, I think you have a chip. Okay. So I'm missing 2 chips. Oh, that wasn't a Link's valid move. Oh. Okay. Well, I could be a little bit more methodical about how I do this. So, yeah, I got sick with a really bad flu. And it was really unfortunate timing because I was supposed to have considerable oral surgery happen this weekend. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule it, and it is rescheduled all the way. It's like 4 months out now. I don't go in until March of next year, which sucks in a way, but I'm gonna be really honest with you. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not in any active pain from my mouth at all, so I can get away with waiting a couple months as long as I'm, careful with what I eat and stuff. And I'm already pretty careful about it anyway because I have kind of sort of been losing weight. I can say kind of sort of because, it's not like a constant thing I keep up with. But it's like, trying to lose a couple pounds. Everyone wants to do that. And my lifestyle is pretty consistent enough to where I can kind of control my eating habits. Because I used to be a pretty bad stress eater. Okay, I don't want to get jump scared by one of these blocks having fire under it. So that sucks, but honestly, it's kind of a good thing I got sick in a way because I did have to reschedule it, and the rescheduling is honestly way more financially safer for me personally. Oh hey, cool. Alright, we got all the chips. Now we just gotta get rid of the red and yellow keys. And I guess collect the fire boot. I am pretty sure you can't over collect because there's just enough yellow and red keys. Actually, I think I got all the yellows, so there's extra yellow locks. And then, yeah, this was made using the walls of Playhouse. And I turned the chips from Good Job into the exits. Let's exit in the J, why not? No particular reason. Okay, so that's Old Storage Shed. Playhouse was not a template I originally had to make a level out of. I think it was VT's template at one point, but I eventually got it because he had to drop out for his own reasons of the project. So I ended up getting it. Alright, Fragmented Lanima. Lanima is this level. It's a CCLP 5 level. I think it's level 5, actually, in that set. And it's a pretty easy level. I was inspired by Suburban Legend and CCLP 4. Sorry, I had a phone notification I had to look at. Okay, we want to press the blue button. This was made for Trading Places, the collab set that Jeffrey and I did together. I think this uses the Walls of Honeycomb from his... I forget which set it came from. I think it was like Ultimate Chip 3. Can't remember. But that is that level. Nice and simple. Cool ideas. Alright, Drops of Jupiter, another CCLP 5 level. Just go through this little maze. Did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out here? A reference to, well, not just a reference, but a direct call out to the song. This is named after Drops of Jupiter by Train from the 2001 album. Absolutely incredible song. I still listen to it from time to time. It's a wonderful thing to listen to. As for the level itself, though, this is basically a level based off traps, in that it has the theme is trap buttons and traps and stuff. I have never really seen a level like this get made prior to this. This was made for Joshie.dat, so this is by all means I would consider this to be an old level, because it's what, almost 9 years old now, because Joshie.dat was a 2017 project, I think. This is a Walls of level as well, but not of an official level. It's a, I think it's from a KU-12 level, which, yes, I'm going to say that because JB keeps claiming I say that. I think at one point, a long time ago, I did I tried to do a Let's Play of that set. I have no footage of that whatsoever, so I honestly don't remember if I even did it or not, or if I'm just having a fever dream and thinking I did. But it's a wall template from that set. I don't remember what the level was called though. It was military something. It just looked fun to use, you know. Wall templates, or walls of levels in general, are just, they tickle the mind. They make you more creative, you know. I know a lot of people have some beef with walls of levels, and I kind of see it, but at the same time, it's like it encourages creativity. And honestly, if it encourages creativity, well, how can you really hate on it, you know? Especially these days, with how the world is becoming more AI dependent, you know? It's kind of crazy. Like you can have an AI generator basically make a level at this point. And it sucks. I mean, AI. I mean, I'm not gonna get too involved in the topic, but we'll just leave it at that.
Bummer.
All right, Blue Island. This is a classic Joshie level. I think I made this. God, I must have made this like 13 or so years ago now. Holy crap. So this level has a soft spot in my heart. It's a nice fun level, linear, themed around blue tiles and stuff. And it's just a good time. I included this in my Joshie.dat set, which you should check out, by the way. Okay, I think you need like 4 of these, but I'm gonna go in here and check. Okay, yeah. Actually, I kind of wonder if you can do this without clearing all the bombs. I've never tried that before, but I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. So let's give it a try. I think that might be the end of the road, actually. I don't think it's possible. So let's not do that. It was possible to do 1 block without clearing them, which is, I guess, kind of cool. So I included this in Joshie.dat, and I kind of did a little fun level lineup with this. I put this right after Frey Manor Isle, which I think we did play in this already. And because I made the connection that this was not intentional. I promise you, this was not intentional. But when I made Frey Manor Isle, you remember the chip count had 45, but you couldn't actually collect any chips because all the chips were on the outside and you couldn't get the flippers. Well, conveniently, this level also had 45 chips. And is also an island, and also has a lot of blue in it, just like Frey Manor Isle did, because it was a walls of bump and run, and I didn't change any of the blue walls to regular walls. I don't know. I thought it was a fun theming idea. Beware, these keys are sacred, and taking all of them will cost you a future punishment. Look closely at the torches here. So that's alluding to the fire tiles, and there are 7 of them. And if you get more than 7, you cannot win because there's a blue key nail. And the exit is underneath this block. In the Joshie.dat 0 version, I put an exit underneath the tooth monster just to better convey that. I unfortunately did not transfer the changes to Joshie. Which is something I do need to work on. Recently, Jeremy contacted me on Discord and to let me know that one of the levels in Joshie that is in Joshie.dat 0 was, I guess, not solvable or something. And I hadn't realized that I didn't transfer the changes. Oh, I got both of them out. Alright. Oh, you can just blow up. Yeah, there's an extra glider. I used up that extra glider. Alright, and now we have to go through the teleport maze. You don't play a good teleport maze these days anymore, man. We need a CCLP that has something like this. I kind of wish this got into CCLP 5, to be completely honest. Oh, you can go up through that. There we go. Alright, now we got the flippers and we can swim around the island. So we're going to go this way with the gliders. And there's that blue key nail. And there's all the chips. The forest floor is kind of awkward to have right there, but oh well. Okay, that just opens that up, and you can exit. Alright, Blue Island is complete. Fun level. Absolutely fun. Nice variety with all the blue tiles. And it's still one of my favorites, man. This is a certified Joshie classic. If I had a stamper, I would just stamp it right now. Alright, Paniola Ranch. What set's this from? I think it's from Joshie.dat 7. So we're having quite a few Joshie.dat 7 levels. Well, this is the second one of the video, so... Alright, what are we trying to do here? I don't remember this one too well. Okay, I think you want to do that. Oh yeah, I remember coming up with this path. Okay, don't get faked out by that red door. Go through this one. Okay, I remember this now. This was another level I made out of a wall pattern that I don't remember where it came from. It's from a custom level though. It was from a custom set. I think if I'm going to make new walls of levels in either CC1 or 2, probably 2. Because I kind of want to focus on CC2 design. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember designing that. Okay. So you got fire. I think you want to fill all these in. Fire boots. Oh yeah, you press that. Oh, this is pretty clever. Now we got the blue key. I named this level after a place in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Back when I absolutely loved those games. Nowadays, I'm kind of indifferent towards Sun and Moon. It was very, very dialogue heavy. Okay. Get this guy to go over here. Okay. This section is dedicated to Blue Forest Fire. All the blue walls are fake. I remember doing that, thinking it was gonna be a fun little, like, try to put some panic into the player. Like, oh God, he did the Blue Forest Fire thing again. No. I like how Blue Forest Fire became a meme. I don't think we've played it yet, so that'll be fun to get to whenever it comes up. Alright, Sandstorm Shelter. Another CCLP 5 level. Wow, that's 3 in this video so far. Okay, so this is a Walls of CCLP 3 level originally. I made this out of the wall pattern of mistakes. And took advantage of the 2-tile wide Sokoban thing. I believe this is where you originally started in mistakes. Can't remember. I want to say it is, because this was like a blob room or something. One of the few instances of dodging a blob in CCLP 3. Okay, this template was honestly really fun to work with. These kinds of levels, these kind of level patterns that kind of let you go in and out side of a boundary, tend to be my favorite kind of levels to make in a Walls of context. And I think this outside part was heavily inspired by I don't even remember what the source level was, but it was something I played in CCLP 4 voting. And I thought to myself, you know, that'd be fun to incorporate this concept with like pushing a block through it and trying to find the path for the block without stepping next to a monster that's next to dirt, at least. Okay, so there's a couple of things I could do here. I think what I want to do is, I kind of discovered this shortcut from Tom Brown's CCLP5 stream when he was playing this level. But you can kind of route these blocks a little better. Okay. So yeah, the fascinating thing I discovered with this template was these little alcoves right here. And I thought, you know, this would be kind of cool as like a post-apocalyptic environment kind of level. And once you get all 3 yellow keys, like I just did now, you can enter the shelter down here. And the secret hint was up here, and there was a teleport that was right there on that side that you can go to. But I removed that for the CCLP5 version. Okay, so gotta set that block up. And push that into the water. And gotta go around again. And you exit right here. That is Sandstorm Shelter. Very fun level. I enjoyed making it. I'm glad a lot of people also liked it, that it got into CCLP5. And good stuff. Walls of CCLP3 was a really interesting set to work on. And hey, there's another Walls of CCLP3 level. Cyanide, which, this is crazy, man. So this level uses the walls of Jumble 2, which was level 97 of CCLP3, and this is also level 97. That's actually insane that it lined up like that. I did not adjust the level order for this to happen. It's pretty crazy. As for the level itself, though, Jumble 2 was just, it was a throwaway wall pattern. I was not bothered to, I could not have been bothered enough to make an actual, take advantage of the full wall pattern to make something awesome. So I filled everything with random forest floors, gave the player suction boots immediately, because this would basically be unsolvable without them. And just threw in some teleports to connect it all, because these are really random corridors. I think the biggest problem I had with Walls of CCLP3 wasn't the wall patterns themselves, but like just something like this. Like, I think Mike Lask's levels were the hardest to make good walls of levels out of, because there was all about buttons, which I despise. That's my least favorite wall template I've ever worked with. It just felt weird. It felt awkward. It's kind of like, and I kind of feel similarly to Tom Patton's wall patterns, but he only had 3 levels in CCLP3. And I remember JB, when he made Walls of CCLP1, he commented he made the comment that Tom's patterns were about the same. Okay, I don't know where the last chip is. So effectively, these random force 4s are just floor. And I threw in pink balls to... oh, there it is, up here. For decoration. And you can go to the exit too. And there's appearing walls as well, just for extra decoration. So that's a pretty easy level. Nice throwaway template. I guess I could probably try to make something out of this, like, legitimately. But I didn't, at the time, I didn't care. I just didn't care to make anything good out of it. Okay, Arctic Ride. Let's see how long this takes. This is a Joshie 1 level. So, I hope you all are doing really good. Hope you're all having a good day, or whatever time it is for you. Eventually, I'll stop saying that. Oh, goody, you have to go back on the slide. Lovely. I think once I'm fully better of getting rid of this flu or cold, I don't even know what it was. I thought it was the flu, but I took NyQuil and DayQuil for like 2 days straight, and it didn't do anything. And then I take a Sudafed tablet pill for my sinuses, and all of a sudden I'm feeling mostly better. So I don't know what I had. But either way, once I'm fully better, I do intend on doing a fun YouTube stream of this set. I was actually going to do one yesterday on Wednesday, but that was honestly the worst day with my sickness. Alright, level 98 completed with 98 seconds on the clock. Love to see it. Frigid Highlands. Okay, another Walls of CCLP 3 level. I don't remember what this uses, actually. I think this is Tiny Spirals. Kind of appropriate for this to follow an Arctic Ride level. Which, over half the level was just the ice slide at the beginning, which is kind of sad. This one's a little bit more interesting, but it is a maze. So, I've been thinking about, since I've been sick, I've been thinking well, not just sick, but since I have this oral surgery rescheduled, it got me thinking about kind of like what kind of streaming schedule I kind of want to do. I don't know how you get that chip. Oh, you just go around it. Okay. Ideally, I think I would like to stream this twice a week. It's just kind of determining what days I want to do it. And I was talking to, I think I talked, well, I didn't talk, but I alluded to this to Tyler specifically, and I think Jeremy as well. But I have this really bad fear of streaming to 0 people. And I really don't want that to be the case with streaming CC stuff. And I know it won't. I already know it won't be the case. It's just it's a psychological thing, and it's hard to get my mind past that thought. So, I'm gonna try my best to stream on I'm probably Tuesdays and Fridays, maybe. I would say Saturdays would be better because it's a day off work. So it might be Saturday. I don't know. Tuesdays and Saturdays might be the best days for me to stream on YouTube. I could do it on Twitch, I guess, but I kind of don't want to use Twitch anymore. To be real with you, I'll use it to watch other people stream, but for me to stream myself, I'd like to give a new opportunity if I can. Alright, level 100, the spiders with acoustic slumber. I can tell you right now that title was generated, AI generated. But this is a Joshie.dat 5 level, so this means this is over 10 years old.
Bummer. Bummer.
Oh, come on. But definitely, if watching a Joshie stream is of interest to you, I would sincerely like to hear like what days are your best days to attend or watch, even if it's just for a little bit. I don't expect anyone to stay the whole time or whatever. I know everyone's got their own lives and things to do and stuff, and I get it. But just as like a general like consensus of like, if like 4 people told me the best day they can watch is Wednesday, I'll probably stream on Wednesday, compared to someone saying, like Friday is the best day they can watch, and it's only like 1 person, that kind of thing. Dude, why are we dying to random bugs? I think if I redesigned this level, I'd probably remove this whole venture of collecting chips out here. It kind of seems a little unnecessary. But then again, I could just be saying that because I'm annoyed that I'm dying to it. Okay, let's just get these last couple ones. Alright, what do we got? So I don't remember this level too much, but I think what I was aiming for was a bug manipulation level. But this one's pretty easy. All you have to do is blow up these bottom bombs. And you're golden. Okay, what's the next room? I think it's this one right here. Okay, so you need 3 blocks for the chip, and there's only 4 in total, so You don't want to use them yet. I think you just want to block these bombs off and then blow this one up. Okay. By the way, you might notice I'm not very clean shaven. I don't. It's kind of traditional for me to not shave during November, just because of the whole no shave November ordeal. So you might see me a little scruffy in these next couple of recordings. Okay, so this one is puzzling for sure. No, not the Andrew R level. So you only need 3 for the chip behind the green doors. And you have 5. You need 1 to hold down the button. Huh. This one's a little weird. So I could put a block right here and we go do this, go around like this, and then I have to block this spot off. But did I require it to be... Okay, I think I see what I was trying to do with this. There's probably some ways you can break it, but I'm going to do it the way I intended, so... I'm just going to move that right there. We're going to block this off right here. Block this off right here, and it should just go to the bomb right there. Okay. In fact, oh no, this does give me exactly 3 blocks, because this one's kind of done for. Okay. Alright, and with that, that is the last chip. Blow that up just for fun. And we are done. That is the first 100 levels of Joshie.dat complete. 1,224 to go. God, this adventure is insane, man. I don't know what I was thinking when going through this, but it's a fun time. It's gotten to be more of a slog than I anticipated. That's just because of my lifestyle habits and psychological stuff happening and everything. So I'm working on it. Don't worry. But this is all supposed to be for fun and for vibing and stuff like that. Ideally, I would love to kind of spruce up the background a little bit for the holidays coming up. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I will try to, because it kind of gets a little boring seeing the black background all the time. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so before we end off for the night, let's see where we are with the level counts. So, did we have any Joshua 1 levels? We did. We had 1 in Arctic Ride. So that goes up to 10. Joshua 2 we did not have. Joshua 3 we did not have. Joshua 4 we didn't have. Actually no, Joshua 4 Blue Island, because that I put that in Joshua 4 later on. Joshua 5 was what we just played. The spider level. Joshua 6, nothing. Joshua 7 had a good number. It had Drops of Jupiter and Paniola Ranch. So you go up to 4. Walls of CCLP 3 had Sandstorm Shelter, Cyanide, and Frigid Highlands. So that also goes up to 9. Trading Places had Fragmented Lamina. And Walls of CC1 had Old Storage Shed. And that should be it. Alright, that is the totals updated, and that'll be it for me for the evening, everybody. Hopefully next time we do this, we'll either be in a stream or I feel better. Hopefully best of both worlds. If not, I will definitely be feeling 100% better for sure. But I wanted to get something recorded just to have out there, just to kind of announce, hey, a stream might be happening next Tuesday. I think it's the 18th. And because I'm on the West Coast and almost everyone else is on the East Coast or wherever, it's almost always going to be a late stream for you all. Because I don't get home from work until like 5 o'clock my time. So these streams wouldn't happen until about 6 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. your guys's. If you're on the East Coast, I'm just assuming. If you're elsewhere, then you can do the conversion. But just keep that in mind. Saturdays would be a little bit more flexible because I can do it whenever during middle of the day or whatever. But regardless, I will keep you posted on when I do. And I hope you all have a good rest of your days, nights, evenings, whatever. And I shall see you next time. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. Love you all. You guys are fantastic.